until you know who you are, you cannot lead people. You cannot teach people. You can't say this is it. Hi, my name is Avera and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome to our growing community. If you're already an OG, welcome. So this is my little space so cute. Where I get to yap about fragrance because I really love perfumes. While documenting and exploring my life as someone in my 20s and teaching, because at the core of who I am, I'm a teacher. If anyone ever asked you who is a bird, you can just call her a teacher and a creator, and you've summed me up into simple words. Okay, so we are coming to the end of the content series. I already I've shown you what content is and what content is not, the forms of content, how you can start creating content. I took it a notch higher by answering the question, the age-long argument: do you become the niche or do you niche down? All right, I gave you my perspective to that because I want you to understand how these things really work. And today I'm bringing to the table the last guy in the equation. Drum rolls. Personal branding. I love it. Okay. Now, when I was prepping my script for this particular video, I thought, should I do it like how it is done? Give you all the concept definitions, the frameworks, the structuring, the this. But when I thought long and hard about it, I'm like, there's no need. Yeah, I'm a very simple teacher by nature. If I can give you something that is functional and you can take and run with, then I've done my work. And that's exactly what we're going to do with this video, which was why I said it might be longer than 6 minutes, but if you stay to the end, you already know that you're going to leave a master creator, adding to the knowledge the things you've gotten in the last 2 videos if you've not seen them. So the first thing on the list is clarity. All right, clarity is very important because until you know who you are, you cannot lead people, you cannot teach people, you can't say this is it. Clarity gives you 3 things. Clarity gives you the clear knowledge of who you are, the problem or the things that you can solve. All right, the problems that you can solve, and what exactly it is that you're going to do with people. There are people who, they love to teach, but they will tell you that I can't become a coach because coaching takes a lot of work. So they might, produce digital products, but you will not see them produce a product that involves doing it with you consistently because they understand who they are. And it is important. Another thing that clarity does for you is that it gives you an end goal. Most of you are just online, posting content, doing things. Realized with the last webinar that we did, content, the engine for influencer, a lot of you don't even know the end goal you have with your content. And it's the reason why it feels like you're doing the same thing over and over again and there's nothing changing, there's nothing happening, there's no progress, there's no results. You always have to sit with yourself. From time to time, you have to sit with yourself. Why am I posting content? What am I trying to achieve with my content? What's the end game for me? All right, because every other person can do this thing, but why am I doing it? Now, when you've become very clear on who you are, you already understand the game, right? You know who you are, you know the problem you can solve, and you know what you want to do in the online space. The next thing is positioning, because if we really break it down, right? Personal branding is you positioning in the mind of people that when you think of Ebere, this is who you think of. This is who she is. When you think of Eric Guguwa, this is who he is. This is, you know him that he's a Christian. He has the heart for human. He loves to teach. He's a photographer. He's a videographer. That's what personal branding does. You put a position to your name. All right. Now, because you don't understand who you are, the next thing you would now do is to place yourself in a particular position. You solve a problem around tech. You solve a problem for marketing. You solve a problem for business. You do this. You are building a community around fragrance. You are just, documenting your process and sharing, but you're becoming so valuable that people know that they can constantly come to you to solve their problems. What exactly are you gaming for? Stay in that position. And then after you've done your positioning, what do you now do? You produce proof through consistency. Personal branding is not a game that happens in one day, but it is a game that you have to strategically play over and over again. Why? Because it's like taking a child to school, all right? Your teacher might be the best person to do it, But it will take you a while to get comfortable around your teacher. It will take you a while to trust your teacher. It will take you a while to fall in love with your teacher. And if your teacher is actually an OG, it will take you a while for the both of you to become best friends. But when you do become best friends, there's no going back. And your teacher moves you from just a stranger to her best friend through consistently doing something. That's what we do with personal brand. Okay, I'm solving this problem. I consistently speak on it. I consistently talk about it. I consistently show up for this thing, that over time we can now say, oh, if it's a bearer, if she should ever put out anything, don't joke with it, because we've seen her produce results around anything she's building. Well, she says she wants to build around content, she will produce those results. She's building around fragrance, she's going to produce those results because of consistency. And consistency will now give you proof. At the end of the day, we might want to believe what you're saying, but if you cannot say proof that says, don't just believe what she's saying, but see, this thing she's saying is true. So first, you become very clear on who you are and what you're aiming to do, right? And the problem you're coming to solve. Then you position, knowing those three things, right? Then after you've positioned, you consistently do what? Remind us, solve those problems, produce proof of work or evidence. And then the last thing is the means, the vehicle which you do this. And you know that the vehicle is what? Content you publish. A lot of us have a lot of things to say, but we're just so stuck on how do I. I think the best thing you can give yourself at this stage is just to publish. Put yourself out there. Who really cares? You learn on the journey, you become good at it, you find the answers. Of course, there's room for you to grow, even as we say clarity is progressive, but most of you just stay stuck on the I'm doing my research, I'm planning, I'm building up. Please just start. All right, just put yourself out there. It's the reason why I started this series by explaining content in details, and then after that I explained niching and becoming the niche. Please go back and see those two videos if you've not. Then this one. The last thing you want to do is to strategically have a framework. For someone like me, I don't just show up. I show up with a back-end goal every single time. Even if I have 10 following, I show up with a back-end goal. Because what that does for me is that it gives me a picture of what I want my people to get and the problem that I want to solve. And then in doing those two, I enjoy myself. I'm not just doing it aimlessly or blindly. If you're on my WhatsApp timeline or my WhatsApp community, you will know that throughout this year, we've had a team all through the year. We started in January to talk about the thinking man. We did it through February, and in March, we had the visible programming. And after I felt like we had worked on our mind a bit and we've become regenerated, I moved on to content. All right, we spoke on content for long. This is me wrapping up on this content series. And after now, I don't know what I'm moving into. There's a lot of things on my mind. I mean, August is my birthday, so I feel like I want to do a 25-day series on WhatsApp, just talking about building your life from like 0.0 to at least 0.75. So fingers crossed, that might be the next thing that I will talk to you about. Or I've also been seeing the need to talk on media literacy. Fingers crossed, could be the next thing I'll talk about. But why I've gone ahead to do that is that I don't want to just give out knowledge. I always want to give organized knowledge, the kind of knowledge that you can take it, make sense of it, and make progress or create results or change. That's the end goal for me. All right. So now that you know this, you now understand personal branding, you know what to do, you know how to take off. There's also the framework of, creating a product, partnership and stuff, or collaboration. But those are the other big end of it. If you want me to talk about it, you can leave a comment. I'll shoot something else. But I just wanted you to have the foundational knowledge. I've done my part. As always, I've shared my knowledge and my truth with you. It's now time for you to do your part by sharing this video with somebody who needs it. 1, 2, or 10 persons. Like this video, leaving a comment, and of course, becoming part of our growing community. Hi, my name is Evere, and let me know what you want me to talk about next. Just in case you have something you want me to talk on, leave a comment on it. I just might shoot a video around that. All right. I have to go now. Don't miss me too much. Bye.